Welcome. Welcome to you, no matter who you are, no matter how close or far. Whether you're covered in cement or covered in tar. That's right. What if someone was listening to this and they fell into some construction on the road? They can't turn it off because that part is already under cement or tar. Even if their hands are free, their listening device is in their pocket. Pocket, of course, forming protection against the seepage of the cement or tar. And while you're stuck there. And how did this happen, by the way? I know there were signs. Were you jogging and you just were so into it, you got that runner's high? You just kept charging through. You saw the signs. Bam. You hurdled them because you're training for construction hurdle. Oh, you haven't heard of construction hurdle? It's a new sport that I'm trying to get recognized by the Olympic Committee. And I'll be honest with you, it's just hurdles, but with construction signs. And you're trying to get to a backhoe so you can play on it. Because the workers have all gone home for the day. And it takes place in a cul-de-sac. In a suburban neighborhood. This is the biggest problem I'm having with the Olympic Committee. Is they're saying, well, this would have to take place on a track. We're recording this by a roaring fire, by the way. It's the dead of winter, and we record these way in advance. Ooh, toasty. We're going to get out the marshmallows in a moment. My favorite kind of mallow? Marsh. Number one with a bullet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest onto the program to join me in a free-form conversation inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser pals onto the show to join me in a narrative improv that is one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes, inspired by a location provided by our special guest, and oftentimes utilizing details gleaned from that free-form conversation. And it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. That's what he goes like. Ladies and gentlemen, can I tell you something? This is a first for us. We've never had any kind of champion as an interview guest on our show before. Only losers. So this is very exciting. We have here in our studio the winner of the 2018 Scripps National Spelling Bee. I pray I've gotten all those details correct. Here he is, the champion himself, Karthik Nemmani. Karthik, hello and welcome to Spontaneation. Round of applause is unprecedented. Karthik, I don't think we've ever had a guest get such a hearty round of applause in the studio. How does that make you feel? That's got to feel good.
Yeah, I guess it feels good.
Karthik, as people are hearing this, it's August 6th. So, of course, everyone by now knows you are the winner. They, of course, remember the word with which you won, which was?
Koinonia.
Right. Which, use that in a sentence for me. The word I won with was?
Koinonia.
Let me ask you, the spelling part you enjoy, right? Like that's a fun, I get that that's a fun challenge. How about the being on stage part? Do you enjoy that or no?
Sure.
Yeah. No, do you really or no? Do you like it?
Kinda.
What is it about being on stage that you like?
I guess the adrenaline rush.
And can you see yourself going into some field that requires you to be on stage?
No.
No, not at all. What is it that you want to do?
Be some tech person.
So you feel like you have some time to figure it out. So start with the umbrella of some tech person and then gradually narrow it down over the years. I'm going to take your nod as a yes. Karthik, how many numbers do you know? If you had to guess.
I don't know.
Is it more than 10?
Yes.
More than 20?
Yes.
More than 100?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a bold claim. Do you think you know more than 1,000 numbers?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to keep asking. More than 10,000?
Yeah.
Karthik, you have forced my hand. Do you know more than 1,000,000 numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to take you at your word because I feel like we're both gentlemen here. Any other podcast host would probably ask you to name them. All right. What's the highest number you know? Is it over 1,000,000?
Yes.
Would you use it in a math problem?
No.
Meaning you wouldn't or you refuse to?
I probably wouldn't.
What if someone said, I have 1,000,000 baby chicks, right? I only need 4. I don't know how to subtract them. You wouldn't then use 1,000,000 in a math problem?
Yeah.
Karthik, I got to ask you, what's the solution to this math problem?
999,996.
Now, look, I don't have the facilities to check that answer, but I'm going to trust you, take you at your word. Karthik, I have a question for you from our previous episode's guest. Are you ready for that question? Okay. Again, nodding equals consent. Karthik, here's my question for you. This comes to us from our previous episode's guest. That question is, do you pretend to like/read famous writers when they die?
No.
Good for you. Karthik, do you like to read?
Kind of.
Kind of. What do you read when you have to read? Do you say kind of because you are assigned books in school?
I don't find time to read, but I like reading when I find time.
What do you like to read when you do find time?
Like mystery novels.
Really? Who are some of your favorite authors?
Well, not really mystery, like more like action novels.
Karthik, why did you lie to me? We started off so strong, and then the deceit. So what are some of the action novels that you read?
Like, my favorite book is Code of Honor.
And who wrote that?
Alan Gratz.
And what is this book about?
It's about this guy whose brother is accused of being a terrorist. And so he has to try to prove that he isn't.
Now, without spoiling the book, does he?
Yes.
Just so you know, folks, that is not a spoiler. So feel free to read Code of Honor and wait for a second twist at the end. What kind of books did you read when you were little?
Children's books.
some of your favorites? What were some of your favorites from that genre of children's books?
I can't recall now.
Did you ever read any Richard Scarry? Richard Scarry?
No.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it because it's scary, but it's 2 R's. Do you know how to pronounce it? Valerie Miller is also here from the Scripps Spelling Bee.
Yes.
Valerie, do you know how to pronounce Richard Scarry's name?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I did read some of those books to my kids.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Karthik, these were books about a place, I think, called Busytown. Is that correct?
That sounds right. When they have all the different...
Yeah, and it was a bunch of anthropomorphic animals. They each had jobs. They were very busy. I mean, I guess that's where the name of the town came from. And they were very jaunty-looking animals. They dressed very well. There was a character that I was somewhat obsessed with when I was a kid, who was a worm who wore a little Tyrolean hat, like a sort of alpine mountain climbing hat. And his name was Lowly Worm. Everyone else just had a regular old name, Mr. Fox, Mr. Pig, whatever, and then Lowly Worm. Now you know what the word lowly means, of course.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair that this worm had this very diminishing name?
No.
Are you a fan of worms at all? Let's start there.
No.
No, okay. But if you had to name a worm for a book, if you saw a worm wearing a little German hat, what would you call that worm?
Mike.
I think this is a perfect worm name, and I want that reflected on the record. So children's books, you didn't read Richard Scarry. Do you remember, what are the ones that you remember reading when you were little? I know it's so long ago.
Good Night Moon.
Good Night, classic! How many things would you estimate were said good night to in the book Good Night Moon?
10.
Let's go through them. Obviously, the moon. I'm drawing a blank.
The mouse.
The mouse, okay.
I don't remember anything from that book.
Karthik! Do you really not remember, or you just don't feel like talking about Good Night Moon?
I don't remember.
All right, so if you don't have time to read, what is taking up your time? Is it work?
Tennis.
Oh, you're a tennis player. How long have you been playing tennis?
Only 2 years.
Do you play other sports as well, or is tennis your main focus?
That's like my favorite sport, but I like to play football too.
American football? All right. Do you watch soccer on television? Did you play soccer in school?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know why soccer is not bigger here when everyone is made to play it in school. And I mean, you know, there's soccer fans, but it's not the same as it is the world over. Did you enjoy soccer when you played it in school?
Yeah.
But then you didn't stay with it after that. Because tennis, the siren tennis was calling you.
Sure.
Who are your favorite tennis players?
Roger Federer.
Mm-hmm.
Rafa Nadal.
Give me 5 more. I'm kidding. The first time you played tennis, did you feel that you had an aptitude for it? Or did you feel like this is going to be work?
I thought I had an aptitude, but back then I was really bad.
So a bit of both.
Yeah.
And how do you feel you are now?
Okay.
Who do you play?
I only play for my school.
Okay, so you're playing your classmates? Are you on the tennis team?
Yeah.
Holy moly. How is the team doing?
Bad.
What's the
This year we won only like 2 games, 2 like matches for our team.
Out of how many?
I think 7.
That's not great, Karthik.
Yeah, I know.
Do you like your chances for next year?
Yeah, the high school team is good.
I know. So is next year you're going to high school? Now, this is a big change for a young man. Are you looking forward to this, or are you dreading it with every fiber of your being? Those are your choices.
Looking forward.
Okay, that sounds more positive. And will you be joining the high school tennis team?
Yes. Well, if I make it.
You'll probably make it, though, right?
I don't know.
You don't know. I mean, have you scouted these other people to see if they're good at tennis?
No.
Did you make your current team? Did you make it right away?
For middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like you got pretty good odds going into the high school team. If you don't make the team, will you try something else?
No.
Will you read more?
Maybe.
Karthik, what I like about you is you're very much in the moment and you're not future tripping, which I think that's going to serve you well. Karthik, was this the last year that you were eligible to do the spelling bee?
Yes.
And you've participated in years past?
Yes.
But this is the first year you've won?
Yeah.
And so you're going out. Why is that funny? If you win, are you not allowed to re-enter?
That's correct.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, then you're going out on a high note.
Yeah.
Karthik, do you ever see a time where you won't want to spell words anymore?
Now.
You think spelling words will always be a part of your life?
Yes.
Well, Karthik, I hope that is true. I want to thank you for being on the show. What are your plans for the summer? I know tennis, obviously.
Well, relax and have fun with friends, I guess.
Karthik, you sound psyched, and I hope that you get to do both relax and have fun with friends. Do you think there's any world in which you can do those 2 things at the same time?
Summer.
All right, Karthik, as people are hearing this, it's August 6th. Do you have any plugs? Anything you'd like to promote?
They could enroll in the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Now, this is Valerie talking.
School
for anyone
should-
who might be confused.
When is the enrollment begin for the spelling bee?
it's
In the
started
fall,
now.
yeah.
In the fall.
Schools can start enrolling. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. What is there like a date where it begins, or is it like all year round if you want to get in there?
They can start enrolling in the fall when school starts.
Okay. So there you go. So I guess school doesn't start in the summer now, does it? I'm so far away from school.
I hope not.
I hope not. Listen, it's August 6th. If you're in school, get out of there. You're not supposed to be in there. Do you have anything to say to future contestants of the Scripps National Spelling Bee?
Work hard and stay calm on stage.
There you go. Lessons from the master. Karthik Nemmani, thank you for being my guest today. Valerie Miller, thank you as well.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. During the break, you will listen to the ad. Stay alive. No matter what occurs, I will find you. Hey, hardy heads. In case you missed it, comedian Michael Ian Black is finally back here on Earwolf, this time with his podcast, Obscure. In Obscure, Michael Ian Black tackles a great work of literature that he's never read, and you probably haven't either. I know I haven't, and if I haven't, you haven't. Michael Ian Black is reading one of the most well-respected books ever written, Jude the Obscure, written by Thomas Hardy, I think, out loud and commenting as he goes. Michael Ian Black, not Thomas Hardy, even though he didn't really want to. Well, that's a lie. Why? I don't know why they would hand me ad copy that has a lie in it. Michael Ian Black is reading it for you like he wanted to do. No one's making him do this. And he has a lot of thoughts to share along the way about Jude and about his own experiences, which hopefully are also not lies. You can't trust this now. I'm sorry. Join Michael Ian Black, some of his famous and non-famous friends, I'm not one of them, and experts as he discovers Jude's world and a few things about his own. Recent guests include David Cross sharing his own courtship story, and a conversation with Michael Showalter about playing chess and achieving goals. Subscribe to Obscure now in Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. I say to you, you subscribe to Obscure and Stitcher on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen, and the envelope goes to me. Yeah, welcome back. Folks, that was something else. Karthik, he's a man of few words. But he says what he means. And he means what he says. Excuse me. So long silences make me phlegmy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to meet our friends from the land of make pretends. Now, I brought these guys in here because Karthik was the guest, and these two folks covered the Scripps National Spelling Bee for Earwolf. Here in studio, the hosts of Pistol Shrimps Radio, and I guess the head anchors of Pistol Shrimp Sport of Earwolf Sports. Right?
Hell
Gotta
yeah.
be.
Yeah, let's do it.
Senior anchors.
Matt Gourley and Mark McConville are here.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
Guys, you had met Karthik before. You had warned me he might be prone to monosyllabic answers.
Man of few words, man of many letters.
Man of few spoken words, but in that brain of his, hundreds, thousands of words.
The deep irony is he's got every word ever floating around in there, but he shows great restraint on how to use it.
It's like he's hoarding these words.
I think he may be. He's Goldfingering it.
How do you feel?
He's
Please,
Scrooge.
language.
He's Scrooge McDucking.
We just had a child in here. How do you feel about him spoiling Code of Honor like that?
I think you baited him into it, friend.
Hey, we all have choices.
Hey. I thought he was going to say the president is missing, that new Clinton James Patterson book.
Clinton James Patterson.
You don't know about this?
No.
Clinton and James Patterson wrote an action thriller called The President is Missing. He's touring about it right now.
The president is missing.
But he keeps getting Monica Lewinsky questions about it.
Oh, okay. So as of this recording, he's in trouble. Everyone's mad at him.
Yeah.
With very good reason. And I kept seeing clips of him not knowing why he was there, and not knowing who that dude was sitting next to him. But that's James Patterson. Okay. This makes a lot of sense now. So what's so great is so the president's being asked by, I can't remember the guy's name, MSNBC, the reporter, and about Monica Lewinsky, and he's saying, I apologize to everybody. I did not apologize to Monica Lewinsky. I apologize in public, blah, blah, blah. And then he was mad at how it turned out.
Was that your James Patterson impression?
Yeah, that's exactly what he sounds like. I don't know why James Patterson is apologizing to all these people.
He shouldn't have to apologize to anyone.
Now, you know it was my James Patterson because I didn't do the thumb, the little thumb thing.
Oh, Bill Clinton.
See? Yeah. You get it. So then everyone's mad at him, and he's like, I didn't like the way it turned out. I was mad at myself. And then, but what I like is he's saying, I've had to live with the consequences of that. Like, oh, boo.
And I was still managed to write a book.
Yeah, and live a fantastic life. What were the consequences for him?
I know.
Like, people knew he was a creep? That was supposed to be secret.
I've had to apologize multiple times. You know the toll it takes on a man to say I'm sorry.
It's nearly impossible.
I'm the real victim here.
It's like cigarettes. It takes a few years off your life. Have I shown you my thumbs?
Will you be a vessel?
I've never heard you do that.
I don't think I've ever done it before.
It's hard to do.
It is hard to do. I backdoored into it through doing a tortured Clint impression.
Will you be a vessel?
Now, guys, you were there at the spelling bee.
Yes.
And you loved your experience there.
Truly.
But it's heartbreaking, right, to watch the kids lose.
It's 514 flavors of heartbreak.
It's
in one
heartwarming
victor.
and heartbreaking in equal parts, because the minute they come up and succeed and spell a word, your heart just like fills with, I don't know, like love. And then
Are
inevitably...
you an alien?
No, I'm a human. You should try it.
It seemed like you had a hard time coming up with what your heart would fill with.
It would fill with blood. No. Calcium deposits. No.
Human emotions.
And then when everyone but one of them would misspell something, it was wrenching.
Yeah.
It was really sad.
And these kids are adorable, right?
They are, and they take it well. And I was a little worried maybe they'd be kind of like show parents, but for the most part, the parents were all so sweet and supportive. It's a wonderful thing. I'm a believer after having gone.
Did you think it was weird Karthik's parents were wearing sunglasses indoors and head-to-toe Gucci sweat gear?
And they were not like that pre-spelling bee.
Yeah, so I would say success changes people.
Yeah. They brought in gold chairs to sit in.
That was weird.
Yeah.
And those poor people that had to carry them for them.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah. And
Are you an alien?
I was trying to pull it. Photo. I was trying to remember Matt Dillon's brother's name.
Kevin Dillon.
Kevin Dillon, god damn it.
Where was I going to go?
Kevin Dillon was here?
Because it's an
It's an entourage. I should have just said turtle.
It's a go-to entourage.
Always nice to see a turtle.
Really?
You don't think so?
Always?
Oh, when is it not good to see a turtle?
There's got to be one scenario where it's not great to see a turtle.
if you're a hare.
There you go.
Well, would he be mad at any turtle or specifically a tortoise?
I think after that, close enough.
Because he's racist.
Yeah. Against
That's
tortoises
exactly right.
and
And
turtles.
he can't tell them apart.
What is the difference between a hare and a regular rabbit? Is a hare a male rabbit?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think are the best questions?
Mostly about me.
Matt! Now
that
I
a
know
question?
now I know you're human. Mark,
Yo,
were you a good speller in school?
I think so. But then but I go to this event and it's sometimes I think, oh, it's making sense. These kids ask for the roots of the words or the origins or
Yeah.
And that information provides their brain computer with information to spell the words.
Brain computer.
Yeah, well, isn't that what's up in your... Oh, God.
You're an alien.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
But
You might be a robot.
I'd spell these words out before I could see them on the screen and way off.
Yeah, we took the placement exam that the spellers take, and we thought going in that I was never a strong speller, and I thought I'll do better on vocabulary and worse on spelling, and Mark was thinking vice versa, and it came out the other way somehow. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I really blew it on the spelling. Because it's just the difference between one letter or the other. Sometimes it's just a coin flip.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess sometimes now I see words and I just go, oh, naturally, that's right. Or something's weird. But I never know why.
Did you have spelling bees in school?
Casual spelling bees, like in class, like nothing.
Yeah, behind the dumpsters.
Yeah.
It's just you and some other students like, let's do a spelling bee.
Yeah.
Dirty spelling bees after dark.
I feel like I was a very good speller when I was a kid.
But do you think that went away?
No, I think that I don't think it went away, but there are still certain words that I have trouble with.
Yeah.
And I have a real problem if I am writing. I feel like it's only in longhand.
You doing a lot of shorthand these days?
Yeah, a lot of shorthand. I'm always taking notes.
You mean
everywhere I go?
Typing?
I mean, it's
typing versus
yeah.
pens.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. But the word remember, I feel like I could keep writing it for a long time before I got to BER.
Wow. Oh, because you just want to EM all the way?
Yeah, I feel like I've done that so many times, like thrown in a couple extra EMs.
Remember.
Well, I love doo-wop.
I think I got separate wrong on a spelling test in school, and it was the one word I got wrong, and I just went, I'll never forget how to spell that word.
See, I'm the opposite. Once I get it wrong, then I question myself and can't remember what's... You know how you do that thing where you're like, I know it's right, but now I remember it the wrong... Well,
yes. I know. No, I do know what you mean. My 6th grade teacher, Mr. Cruz, Mr. Walter Cruz, shout out to Mr. Cruz.
Thanks, Paul.
Oh my God.
I've always been with
Bill Clinton.
Not doing the thumbs.
I can, whenever I have to go somewhere to write the word separate.
You separate vacation.
I can see him walking up the aisle in our classroom saying, remember, there is a rat in separate.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because that R throws you.
Yeah.
I mean the A. Sorry, the A.
I knew what you meant.
Thanks.
I am thrown by R's, though.
Me too.
I'm thrown by R's.
How can you not be?
Why do they have that little leg sticking out? Just be a P without a quick stand.
It's too sexy.
A quick stand.
A quick stand. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break, and we're going to see who is an alien. When we come back from the break, we will reveal the location for our improv provided to us by Karthik Nemmani. And then we're going to do that improv. All this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns. Hey, Spontaneans, just a quick couple personal plugs before we get back to the episode. First of all, August 9th and 10th, Detroit. I'm returning to the Detroit Improv Festival. Thrilled to be doing Spontaneanation Live. 2 shows on August 9th at the Magic Bag Theater. Eugene Cordero, Tony Newsom, Little Janet Varney. Next night, back in the Magic Bag for Paul F. Tompkins and Friends with Eugene and Tony again, and Mark Evan Jackson and Jamie Moyer. 2 shows at the Magic Bag Theater, August 10th. Please do check that out. Tickets are available, paulftompkins.com/live. I also want to tell you about episode 11 of Eban Schletter's podcast, Eban Schletter's Fantastical Musicorium. In this episode, he talks a lot about our mutual friend Laura Milligan, who is the great unsung hero of the LA alternative comedy scene. In the mid-90s, she was putting these live shows together. It's where a lot of people that you love met and started working together for the first time. That's where I got my start, really. I can say that with no hyperbole. I met Jay Johnston and then had heard about these shows, and within a week of us meeting, we put a sketch together, did it at this place where Laura had put together one of her shows. And that was it. That led us to being hired on Mr. Show. And then that led to the rest of my career. This was a fascinating time in comedy, and it's very interesting to hear it from Eban's perspective. And of course, you have all his fantastic songs in there as well. Episode 11 of Eban Schletter's Fantastical Musicorium. If you've never listened to that podcast, why not start with this episode? And then you can explore all the existing episodes that you haven't heard yet. And now back to the show. Welcome back. We were laughing because we're friends in real life. Welcome back to Spontaneanation, folks. It is time to reveal the location for our improv provided to us by our guest, Scripps Spelling Bee champion Karthik Nemmani. But first, just so as you know, in order to aid us in our storytelling, we use 3 sound effects that move us about in space and time. Let's say we're in a scene and we need to find out something from the past. Someone's having a memory. We're learning how something came to be. Anytime we go backwards in time, we use this flashback sound effect. If we want to return from the past back to where we were, or anytime we want to travel into the future for any reason, we use this flash forward sound effect. Now, this final sound moves us only in space and not in time. Let's say we're in a scene, we want to find out what's happening at the exact same moment somewhere else. We're just moving laterally in time. We use this meanwhile sound effect. Past, present, future. everyone gets it. And now it is time to reveal the location provided with Bear against Karthik Nemmani, and that location is Dallas. Dallas. We take you now to Dallas.
Mr. Patterson, I thought we'd do a little presidential historical field trip so we can find the basis of our book, The President is Missing.
I mean, Mr. President, is this the ideal place to be? This is a very, as far as presidential historical places go, this is not a happy one.
I know, but we gotta see the ups and the downs, and I appreciate you calling me Mr. President because anytime I feel I'm being praised, I'm doing a little less work than apologism.
Well, that apologism?
I honestly did not mean to say that, but boy, what an apt... You know, I once constructed a crossword, so they like to call me a wordsmith. That's why you're lucky to have me on your book.
Well, I'm very lucky to have you on my book, Mr. President, and thank you very much. This is an honor for me. You know, I almost voted for you.
I almost voted for me too, but couldn't find my way to the ballot box for all the tawdriness I was into and such.
Really?
Hi there.
Oh.
I thought you'd never ask.
I just said, oh.
I get it. We all speak a certain kind of code.
What are you... Oh. Your hand's on me.
Well, you're wearing a Twister cape.
Yeah, I work at the Twister.
Excuse me, Mr. President. Only one person is allowed in the voting booth at a time.
Oh, am I? Anyways, here we are at the book depository, and I thought if we took...
Oh, hold on a second. Let me just unload these books.
Hey, I mean, 2 birds, 1 stone.
These are getting heavy.
1 cup, if you know what I mean.
Of course I do, Mr. President.
You're the right man to ghostwrite this for me.
I sure am. Ooh.
Wait, take it easy. I've already been scared a lot.
Oh, my. Are you former President Bill Clinton?
The technical term is Mr. President. You don't put the former in there.
Well, whatever you are, you're disgusting.
Hey there. I'm here, too. James Patterson. The famous mystery writer?
He wrote the books such as Machine Gun on the Lawn, 3 Teeth Till Tuesday, and A Separatist Guide to Divorce.
Mr. Patterson, do you write mystery books or action books? Because I like mystery books that actually are action books.
Well, then you're in for a treat. I write mystery books that are secretly action books.
I'm going to have to check some of these out, but you...
His mystery books are like, what genre is it? You don't know till you read.
That's right. And I have a grand plan, much like Sue Grafton in her Alphabet series.
Yeah,
I'm going to write 1 million books. My book that I'm writing with the former president, Mr. President.
Thank you.
It's called One is for Murder.
Well, that sounds wonderful, and I'll have to read it. But you disgust me, and you always have, and I think you need to know it, and I think you need to live with the consequences of what you've done.
Talk dirty.
You seem to keep getting more excited.
He likes it.
I just think it's reprehensible what you did.
This is a bad one.
And you should have to relive it every day of your life.
You seem tense. You need a massage.
Get away from me, sir.
Mr. President, why don't you look out the window at, see the sights.
All right, hand me that rifle scope. I want to see if I can do this.
All right, why do they have these here? Now listen, what's your name, please?
Oh, sorry, I went back to go with my family. Frank is my name.
Frank.
My family's waiting outside.
Let me ask you a question, Frank. Who do you think you are to talk to the President of the United States that way?
Well, I'm an American citizen and a taxpayer.
Ah, shit.
My taxes pay his salary.
No, I know, you're right. Hey, listen. I'm in a bit of a bind here. The president wants to write this book with me. He doesn't know how to read.
So you're taking dictation of just the things he says?
Yeah, and he says a lot of gross stuff.
And you're putting all of this in a book?
Hey, baby, I'd like to magic bullet you. It's me.
Look at that.
I don't even know what that means.
It's a sex thing. Come on,
It
Frank.
is?
You have a family.
I've been married a long time.
How long you been married?
20 years.
Congratulations.
This fall.
Back and to the left. All right.
That's the rifle scope anniversary. Here, have one.
Oh, Thank you. Mostly this summer, I'm trying to relax and spend time with friends, but it's difficult to do both at the same time.
Ich bin ein Verirrer.
All that has to go in the book?
Yes.
Why don't you leave? Get away from this guy.
I can't. I wish it were that simple, but I owe the president a debt of honor.
How did that come to be?
Help, help!
I got you.
Oh, wait. Former President Bill Clinton.
I'm just fresh out of office, and I like walking around saying lives because I just saw Batman Forever, and I figured I could contribute to that conversation.
Well, thank you for pulling me out of that sewer grate.
You're welcome, man. Am I done?
Hold on one second, Mr. President. Look out the window. Yeah, in those days, they used to make the grates real wide.
And you were stuck
Just
for
both
a long
my legs
time.
got in there,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
And I forgot I could turn my feet sideways. I could have got out easy.
So this is a real problem.
It's a real problem.
I'm not a crook.
I don't know how that was a double entendre. Anyway, listen, Frank, we look exactly alike. You feel like doing me a favor?
What? Tell me more.
You don't see it? What if we Prince and the Paupered this situation and you just keep the president occupied for a while? I'll go off and write my book at your family's home, and then you come get me after, say, a month.
As long as there's time left at the end of the summer for me to relax and spend time with my friends.
Well, I'll tell you what. In the guise of you, I can convince your friends to combine relaxation and hangouts.
It's never been done before.
There's a first time for everything.
You've got a deal, James Patterson.
Okay, remember, you got to sound like me and I got to sound like you.
Okay.
All right, so let's hear your me.
Let's hear your me.
Hey.
Did I not do a good job?
I mean,
Mr. President.
Is that what I sound like?
Little bit.
All right, let me do you.
Okay, I'm doing you. What do I sound? Do I sound pretty good?
What do you think?
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Oh, thanks very much. I have a gift for mimicry.
You sure do. Well, I think we've got ourselves a deal.
Hey guys, all the ladies stop walking by, so I'm bored. Hey, am I seeing double or what?
Looks like you are, and we're gonna write all this down.
Okay, Jimmy, let's get to working. And whoever you are, I don't know if you know this, but we're writing a big book about a president going missing.
Yes, I did know that, and I'm going to be headed back with my
You're gonna
family.
be headed? We don't do that here.
You're gross, and I have to leave.
All right.
Let me see. I gotta get in the car with the family. They're all staring at me.
What's wrong, honey?
Oh no, I lost it.
What?
Nothing, dear. I have a cold.
Oh, here, let me give you this Theraflu bottle.
Oh no, I'm deathly allergic to Theraflu.
Baby's bottle.
It's what?
It's a Theraflu. I carry it in a baby's bottle.
Okay, but don't watch me drink it.
Oh, I would never, honey. I mean, I know we're married, but still, some things have got to remain a mystery.
Keep the mystery.
Yeah, here you go.
All right, thank you. And of course, you'll turn away.
Yes, I will.
Don't look at this plant over here.
I was wearing my mirrored sunglasses.
What?
You know, the kind with the rear views in them?
The blue blockers.
The blue blockers, that's right. And you didn't drink that Theraflu. Who are you even?
All right, I gotta come clean. Do you ever read mystery or action books?
James Patterson only.
Have you ever looked at the back of the book?
No, why would I? I was done by then.
Well, there's a picture on there that looks a lot like me.
Yeah?
Hello, I'm James Patterson.
I love your work.
Thank you.
And I hate my husband.
Oh, this is great.
Do you want to go on vacation with us?
I thought we were.
Yeah, but I mean, now we have to kind of
sure, now.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yes?
I gotta write this book.
Okay.
And I need some time to do it.
Okay.
And a safe space.
Sure.
Someone's impersonating me right now, and I'll be honest, it's your husband, Frank.
Fine.
You're very open.
Well, it seems like I'm embroiled myself in now what's a Patterson-esque mystery, and I couldn't be more happy.
We're both embroiled now.
Whatever you need, you're going to get from me. I'll run blocker from you. I'll keep the kids out in the ocean.
You'll be my blue blocker?
Yes, I will, honey.
All right. Honey, fella could get to like this, I suppose.
All right, Jimmy.
You gotta I gotta write down everything you're saying.
First things first, let's get on Postmates and order up a platter of Monte Cristos.
I can't do this anymore.
Why?
Because I'm not James Patterson. I'm Frank.
That's all right. I'm not James Patterson either. Who are you?
I just told you, my name is Frank.
That doesn't mean anything.
I'm the guy that yelled at you earlier. Do you not remember that? We were in the book depository.
Oh, yeah, I liked that.
You liked when I yelled at you?
Uh-huh.
About your disgusting past?
Look, I don't care who you are. We can still write a book, and it'll be better than anybody's.
Well, I heard you can't write a book.
Sure I can.
All right, go ahead and write.
Give me that
Glass
pencil?
of water.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pencil.
Okay.
Here.
Thanks.
Start writing a book. Oh, he's right. That's just a picture of some boobs. You don't know how to read or write.
No, that's the word house.
Is it?
It looks great. I've never seen a better looking house. I got to give this to my architect.
What are the kids' names?
Well, this is Bab.
Hi, Bab.
Short for Barbara.
Hi.
And this is Groupon.
Hi, Groupon.
Hey.
I'm James.
Hi, James. I'm 11.
You know, you sound sort of like your dad.
The apple doesn't
imitating
fall
somebody.
far from the tree.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
very mature
No,
sounding.
he's just never had a helium balloon.
Oh. Would you like to have one?
He's not allowed to have them.
Oh.
He's allergic.
I
Like
am
you are
allergic to them.
therapy.
Sorry, Groupon. I didn't realize you had a condition.
We've been in the ocean all day, too. That's probably a factor as well. Because we did have to go several miles to get to an ocean from here in Dallas.
Oh, right. I just assumed we were somewhere else, I guess. I've been somewhere else all day.
No kidding, Mom.
Yeah, that's right. You have been somewhere else, Mom.
I'm a little distracted.
Sorry,
Wait.
we're so late picking you up from the ocean.
Where's Dad?
Well, therein hangs a tale. Bab, Groupon.
He died.
Oh.
He's dead.
What?
He's dead.
Kids, would you excuse me? I have to talk to your brother for a second. Just take that news and do with it what you need to do.
What's the problem?
Well, now, the deal that I'd struck with Frank was that he'd come back at some point. I just need some time to write a book.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to come back. You should stay. Look at how the kids respond to you.
But
Dad died?
Yeah, I guess. He never even got to hang out with his friends or relax this summer.
What a tragedy that is. I mean, Dad was always pretty cool.
I liked him, I guess.
You want to go back to the ocean?
We should start walking or get a lift or something.
I mean, I am married, but
What?
I hate my wife.
You're married?
To my
You
work.
didn't tell me that. Oh. Well, that's a polyamorous relationship I'm willing to hop into.
Here's the thing. I've written so many action mysteries.
You sure have.
I don't know if I
Say it.
want to be a writer.
Maybe you just haven't found the right subject. Have you ever tried romance?
Well, no. I was thinking I'd just be some tech guy. It never occurred to me to do different kind of writing.
Allow me.
All
Here
right.
we are on the coast of Dallas, 100 miles off the water.
Oh, yeah.
We're on a little house on stilts. We're not on stilts. The house is on stilts.
Can we be on stilts too?
Yes.
All right.
We have stilts. The higher we get
Checking a lot of boxes for it.
is a metaphor for the high of our emotions.
But we are on stilts.
We are on fucking stilts.
Stilts on stilts. This is hot.
The air is thin up here, or is it our passion? My heart fills with, what was it? Blood. I couldn't doesn't remember.
But that just happens naturally.
Fine, but it's more blood than normal, and it's really red. Okay?
My heart fills with, I want to call it lust.
James, Jimmy Patterson.
I think I'm doing it. I advance towards you one stilt at a time.
And I recoil at first because I'm used to it, but then something tells me, let it happen.
Slowly, I stilt at you. I look you up and down, from the top of your head to the bottom of your stilt.
And I make sure my legs look good first, and then I take that energy to my midsection and use it wherever your eyes go. That's where I put my energy.
Oh boy, this is so hot and so tall. I'm losing my mind over here.
I brush back my hair and do a little head twirl. And I'm so shaken by your presence that I start to go wobbly, and I'm afraid I'm going to fall off my stilts.
I buff my scalp and I twirl my mustache. I clean my glasses on the end of my sweater.
I scuff my belt, and I'm ready.
I sound my barbaric yawp over the stilt tops.
I'm a sweaty-toothed madman. Take me, James Patterson.
Oh, consider yourself took.
Take me like one of your French spies.
Is that your writer friend with my wife down there in the parking lot?
I don't know. I've just been watching what's happening, not who the people are. I find that's easier when I'm doing my little covert tryst watching.
Well, it's not that covert, Your Eminence, or whatever I'm supposed to call you.
I like Eminence. That's good.
I bet you do.
Hey, man, get a load of this. They're really going for it now.
They really are.
Crazy.
That's my wife down there.
But how are they that high behind the window? Like, I would imagine the floor would be lower.
I can't believe there were stilts here. Who leaves perfectly good stilts in a parking lot?
There was the Ringling Brothers, Big Top and Bailey.
And Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah, and Big Top and Brothers.
Larry.
What's that you want?
I got to let you go.
Why?
Clyde, I got to let you go too.
Why? Who lets the Big Toppers go?
We're the Big Toppin' Brothers.
We love
Big Toppin'
you.
Brothers.
We love you here, but the trapeze is not what it used to be.
That's okay. We do on the stilts instead.
That's sort of the problem. Nobody like it.
You say nobody like us going on stilts on a trapeze?
Nobody like it. No, they leave.
It minimizes the fall from the trapeze, don't you see?
I get it. You get it. The audience said they don't get it.
Philistines.
Totally.
Thanks for the backup.
Unfortunately, as a representative of Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey, I got to let you go.
I'm throwing down on my stilts.
I'm gonna go to a circus of Vargas. You wanna come with me?
Oh, I like those pinups.
The stilts have to stay. Those are property of us.
Well, I hope somebody fucking them later.
That was hot.
I'm smoking a cigarette on stilts.
I feel like I'm smoking a stilt. That was so hot.
Oh, you have a writer's tongue.
And you have a lover's tongue. And
What's the big idea, Janet?
It's me.
Hi, Frank.
Yeah, hi.
I'm Frank.
I thought.
Are you Frank?
Is this working?
Wait.
No, it isn't working.
How is this not you? I thought it was you.
You
Him
thought
with you.
James Patterson, the famous author?
Is this James Patterson?
The guy whose books you read? You haven't looked at the back of the book, honey?
No, I said this before. I finished the book. Why would I go to the back? It said the end.
Don't shoot me. Shoot him.
Oh, that's right. I have a gun.
Oh, I didn't realize. I was just bluffing.
No. I took some cues from your spy novels.
This is hot.
I always carry a Derringer in my garter.
In front of the kids?
I don't carry it in front of them. It's under my dress.
Well, you're in front of them and you have a gun, so you're carrying it in front of the kids.
Oh, they're on their way to the ocean. What do you care?
The ocean is miles from here.
I think we should all just do a circle massage.
Mr. President.
Yeah, I think we can work this out. I was a great peacemaker. I got Ireland and Northern Ireland to come together.
you're saying theater style? We should do a.
That's right. That's
massage?
what I did with them. I sat Sinn Féin down. I sat the Republic of Ireland down. We all did a big old massage, and then we had some Bushmills and Jameson and mixed it up, which I suppose we could do right now as well. Frank, James, what's your name? We haven't met.
My name is...
It's Janet.
Janet.
And stop looking at her like that, Mr. President.
I mean, what do you expect?
I don't mind.
You don't mind that the creep Bill Clinton is staring at you like that?
My name is President Eminence.
Wait a minute, Janet, what about me?
I still love you.
But
Frank, right?
I'm Frank.
Okay.
I'm James Patterson.
Okay, look. You're all three hot for me. We can establish that, right?
Yes.
Well, not anymore. Not after what I've seen.
Oh, you're lying.
I'm thinking about our children here.
But you still think she's hot.
I'll always love her.
Look at my
in my way.
Just say it. Just say you think she's hot.
Just say it, man. Get on board. It's a real boys club.
Oh, God, the way you just touched my hand is so disgusting to me.
All right.
You keep doing it.
Well, I can't stop, I can't stop, won't stop. What is it? The kids are still not saying
Once
much.
you pop.
That's right.
I'm just filled with rage about this whole thing, and I wish I'd never met you. I wish I never opened my stupid big mouth.
I understand how you feel about her. That's a lot like Ireland and North Ireland. Now, I got them through that in a real special way, all right? I want everybody to sit down Indian style. Sorry, Native American style.
Crisscross applesauce.
We're talking. I played Heads Up 7 Up with Ireland, and it was a real fun. We did a retreat. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do a massage circle, all right?
Now, as we're massaging each other, as you know, I'm a writer. And part of my job is to come up with scenarios.
You're a writer, Frank?
No,
I'm
Mr.
Frank.
President.
Oh.
How did you run the free world for 8 years and you can't tell that we're two different people?
Well, to be fair, we look exactly alike, as we've established.
And we sound exactly
alike.
I can't even tell.
Here's my scenario. What if we all live together?
Oh, I like where this is heading.
Janet, I bet you like it too.
Only if you do, because you're prime. You're number one for me. You're the brother, wife number one.
Frank, what do you say?
I'm afraid of stilts.
What?
That's why we're so distant, Janet. I'm afraid of moderate heights.
Honey, if that's all there is to this, look, I'm going to take off my shoes, put my knees in my shoes, and go real dwarf for you.
Full dwarf?
I'll dwarf you.
Oh, God.
What?
This is a real turnoff, this dwarfing.
I agree.
Wait, you don't like anything. You don't like it up in the sky?
Well,
you don't like it down on the ground?
When he's doing it, it's creepy.
I have an idea, all right? Janet goes dwarf, you go dwarf, I'll stay normal height, and Jimmy, you go high, and that way we'll always know who's who, and she can, we'll still have individual personalities and all that such.
It will be the three concubines for Janet.
At different altitudes.
The consorts.
Yeah, that's right. Small, medium, and large. And I'll take all three sizes of a Big Mac of that.
I forgot you like McDonald's so much. That's the thing about you.
I love jogging right into a McDonald's.
Well, that's one thing we can agree on. When the McRib comes to town, I'm first in line.
And same with the Shamrock Shake. Did I ever tell you about Ireland
And it all happened in a place called Spontaneanation. It's time for plugs! Guys, first of all, if you want to hear Mark and Matt's coverage of the Scripps National Spelling Bee, it's still up there on the Pistol Shrimps radio feed.
That's right.
And listen to Pistol Shrimps radio. It comes out on Tuesdays during ladies rec basketball season.
That's right. It'll be coming back this fall, I believe.
We don't know, but it's coming soon.
Yeah.
There you go. And now when it's not basketball season, you sometimes will do other things to keep the feed alive.
Yes, we've done...
Anything planned?
Nothing specific.
No, we might take the break this time.
We may actually just take a break.
But podcast it.
Podcast the break.
Yeah.
Relaxing with friends.
Podcast the break.
If it's possible.
It sounds possible to me.
Yeah. Well, you can all check it out. The Spelling Bee is worth checking out. There are 3 episodes. First episode, we take the test. The second episode, we interview spellers and lexicographers who are just... what they had to say was really interesting. And then the final episode is the finals of the competition, which was very fun to do. We didn't know how it would work, but it was fun.
But you figured it out.
And we had a blast.
There you go. Well, I mean, that's an endorsement.
Yeah.
That's right. Matt, where can people find you online? What else do you want to promote?
Just the socials at Matt Gourley, and you can go to mattgourley.com and find out any news, I've been doing a little bit of artwork and stuff some James Bonding stuff, you can get some prints and
Fun! Stuff. James Bonding is one of Matt's other podcasts. You can check that out at your leisure this summer. Mark, what about you?
I'm at Mark McConville on Instagram and Twitter, and you can go to markmcconville.com and tell me what to do with it. I've owned it for years and have never done anything with it.
You gotta do something.
You think so?
Yeah, sell stuff.
I'll see what I can do.
Sell coins. Sell Mark McConville challenge coins.
Not a bad idea.
I bought one of those.
All right. Let's see. Eban Schletter. He is Eban Schletter on all the things. Go to ebanschletter.com. Enjoy Eban Schletter's non-spontaneation work because Eban Schletter is only the best. How do you spell Eban Schletter? It's simple. Do you know it? Oh, folks, it is August. We're going to be this week, in just a couple days, we're going to be at the Detroit Improv Festival. We're doing shows at the Magic Bag Theater. We had so much fun the first time we were there. Please come see us again. As of this recording, I don't know if the shows are sold out or not. Hopefully they are, but if people are unloading tickets, check it out online because that happens a lot. And then we're going to be in the London Podcast Festival next month. I forget the exact dates. I think it's the festival is, I think it's the 12th through the 16th, but you're going to see Spontaneanation live. You're going to see Super Ego. You're going to see The Complete Woman. Are you doing any other things? I was there too. Mark, anything else you're participating in?
I think that's the full gamut for me.
There you go.
Well, who knows? Something might happen between now and then.
Who knows? No one knows except the people in the future, and they ain't telling us shit. Go to paulftompkins.com/live to see all of our dates. And what else can I tell you? PF Tompkins and all the things. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the show. Thank you to Engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Presenti.